Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your February 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I have a different setup at the moment. I'm in Neisner visiting my sister, so I'm in a different space, and there is a garden outside, so I hope the noise doesn't impact the reading too much. Okay, we will start off with the sound bowl just to tune into the energy and cleanse the space. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Cancer. Let us see what February has in store for you. Alright, we're going to do 3 piles, starting off with the general energy for the month of February, and then the 3 piles will be the first one is the current energy surrounding you as you enter into February. The next pile will be anything that is unseen, any challenges, surprises, and then the final one will be the outcome for the month. Right, we have the general energy as being focus. Okay, so it's very important that you maintain your focus in February, okay? This is an area where things may be a little bit dissipated, things may not be so clear, and quite maybe even feeling a little bit kind of isolating, but this is a time when you are asked by Spirit not to be too distracted by the petty things in the background, in your surroundings, and to maintain your focus despite what is going on around you. Okay, so let us get 3 cards. I will be cutting the deck. Please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe, it's totally free. And if you also fancy to write a comment, I like to read them. All right. So, Cancer 2023 for February. Okay. Okay, so we're starting off the month quite, it's going to be quite a busy month for you. It is ending on a sort of a type of high note for the most part, but you have an area in your life that you need to sort of, that is definitely coming to an end, okay? We've got the 9 of Wands here, the Death card, and the 10 of Swords starting the month of February, okay? I'll show you these as best I can. So we're really talking about reaching the end of the road in some avenue of your life. It could be the end of a work project, but it is a major transformation. Okay, so something is being let go of. Something is dead, done, over with. Okay, and you're reaching that precipice, that point as you enter into February. Don't worry, we will clarify. And then we move into something that's unseen at the moment, is an area in your life where you feel very trapped. Okay, so even though something is dead and over with, it might be a bit of a struggle to kind of release yourself from the chains of being bound. Okay, you might be caught up too much in the headspace, which is why Spirit is asking you to focus. Okay, but in the middle of it here, we have a beautiful gift that's coming towards you. So it may be the case that you are being gifted through trade, through something that's unforeseen, but you still have your eyes closed. You're still not wanting to address it. So it could be that the situation that you're letting go of in the beginning of the month is still kind of seeping into the whole of the month. That even though you might be blessed with kindness and goodness from others, you still may be processing and evaluating a lot of the things of the past that is now you've had to let go of. By the end of the month, it's a lot more clearer for you. You're now standing in your power, you're seeing things from a much clearer point of view, and you're able to grieve the loss from the past, okay, with that Five of Cups at the end. So basically what this is saying is that you're starting to stand in your power, but you're no longer allowing the thought patterns to consume you, and you're going through the grieving process. You're allowing it to sort of shift through the body and start to perhaps think about the future. All right, so I must admit it is a bit of a heavy month in the space of the head space, right? Which is why the focus card has come in, because when we focus, we're mastering our mind to really kind of bring our attention back to our goals, bring our attention back to what is we desire, bring our attention back to what is serving us, all right? So that's what Spirit is asking you to do, because I feel like there's a lot of kind of jarring information that's stressing you out in the month of February. But let's clarify and see if we can get any guidance from Spirit. Okay. So reaching the end of an era, so to speak, with that Nine of Wands, feeling a bit worn out, tired, it's just too much. Something's got to give as you start February, okay? It's going to be different for everybody, for each of you, because it is a general reading. But we're going to clarify what the Nine of Wands, the ending is. Nines in numerologies talk about endings, all right? Tens are completions. And you've got the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords here. Under the Nine of Wands, okay, yeah. So the stage that you're reaching at the moment is you still got quite a lot of this anxiety. We've got the Nine of Swords now twice. There's anxiety about moving towards your own sort of independence, going solo, doing something on your own, okay? You are worried about it. Perhaps it could be that a relationship has come to the end, and now you're having to kind of deal with going forward on your own. There is also this energy of, it could even be in the workspace where something is coming to the end, or you're wanting to sort of start a new project on the side and actually stop a job, but is causing a lot of anxiety in terms of, do I have the financial ability to do this? Do I have the foresight to do this? And then we have the Devil card, which is that bound energy again, being chained down, being kind of, it's sort of obsessing about it to a degree. And the Devil energy is kind of toxic. So it could again also be to do with some sort of relationship in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. Some sort of relationship in your life, be it a work colleague, a family member, a friend who is where you know that something's coming to an end and you want to sort of go off in your own direction, but you know that it's coming to an end because of the toxicity with that Devil card. Okay, now we're having a Death here. The Death card comes up next. The Death talks about change, transformation. It's not just something changing, everything is going to be transforming in your life. And it's the only major arcana that's come up for you so far in the main cards here for you for February. So we do know that there's a huge transformation coming into your life. Major arcanas are kind of predestined energies. We have to just work through them whichever way that comes through for you in your life. So let us clarify what this transformation is for you. I think you're really recognizing that you need to sort of go off on your own now and separate yourself from either a situation or a person. But it does feel very heavy. In the headspace though, more so. Okay, Death card, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so now you're thinking about, okay, can I move forward with my heart space? Okay, it could also be for some of you, you're dealing with a sort of a mother type energy. When I say mother, like the divine feminine energy, someone who you feel quite close to. And remember, we all have male and female within us, but you're kind of wanting to move a bit more with your heart, with the Knight of Cups, and find your own equilibrium in your emotional body. But at the same time, you're also looking to the future of like, how can I nurture myself in a kinder way? How can I sort of be loving and more accepting and more honoring of my own sense of self and my own emotional body moving forward. So this is the thing that's transforming your life. And for some of you, you are really looking into the horizon. You have the globe in your hand, thinking about choices that are available to you, wanting to move forward to the next stage, maybe even feeling a bit at a crossroads, but thinking of the future in a bigger, wider landscape in terms of the heart. Okay, so these are the things that are actually transforming in your life. Ten of Swords comes to a point where, in amongst all of this energy, you are recognizing that something is dead, done, and over with. It could be a belief system, it could be a relationship, it could be a situation. It's going to be different for every one of you, but it is a heavy energy. So it's not like an easy letting go, it's a logical decision to decide, okay, this is no longer serving me. Okay. We have the Choices card, the Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, the Waiting, and Page of Swords, Communication. Okay, so it's almost like you, it feels like you're being held up by somebody else. You've been waiting for some sort of answer, some sort of resolution in this situation, okay? Knowing there's many different routes to go, many different avenues to go, but actually what's happening is you're kind of just waiting for the communication to come in. And I feel like what's happening is because you've been waiting for somebody else to give you an answer on something, I feel like you come to that point of like, you know what, it's enough's enough. I'm not gonna hold on anymore. I'm not going to keep waiting. I'm not going to keep dreaming about what could be. I'm just going to cut my losses and move forward. That feels best to me. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. So it's like you're struggling, and then you recognize that you want a better lifestyle. You want to be feeling emotionally connected to people and to things and to the work that you do. And so by the end of the month, in that energy, you're also deciding within yourself that logical decision, you know what, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting for, I'm not going to allow myself to be forcing this through communications, through technologies. I'm not going to just sort of stand by and wait and kind of not know where I stand. As we move into this unseen situation with that Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords, you're still feeling a little bit uncertain about the way ahead. Okay, it's almost like you are tentatively walking forward, but you're like, I don't want to see, and that may prevent you from seeing the blessings around you at this time serving you. Okay, and then we do have this energy of feeling kind of trapped again. So both energies of the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords talk about entrapment, feeling trapped, but this is all in the head. Okay, these are all happening if you allow yourself to be trapped. Okay, sometimes you need to, now I do see by the end of the month you're going to get the clarity that you need, and you're going to say like, Robin, why do I have to wait the whole month? But we will get some guidance from Spirit to help you along this journey. So while you might be feeling trapped and kind of a bit bogged down in the head space, don't worry, you will get the clarity that you need to move forward. Okay, so we're going to clarify the Eight of Swords. It can sometimes be like a self-sabotage energy, right? Because you are deliberately not wanting to kind of see where you're going because it's like fear of the unknown. Okay, Eight of Swords. We've got Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Strength card. Yeah, so it's going to require quite a lot of internal strength to drive forward and put your focus on your excitement, on the things that give you joy with the Knight of Wands, but it's going to require quite a bit of strength to move with that energy. But what I'm saying to you here is if you find ways to move within the energy and be brave about allowing yourself to even compartmentalize this a little bit of anxiety that you've been feeling, the stress of this kind of ending that you're having to deal with, if you have the bravery to try and compartmentalize that, keep focused, you do have the ability to have and move on to a more peaceful frame of mind. Okay, you take the lessons that you need to learn with you to dispel the rest and move forward. So that's what Spirit is talking about in terms of this focus, having the focus to do that. Okay, it requires quite a lot of mastery of your emotions, but particularly your mental body. Okay, so it might be helpful this time for you to try and do some meditations to try and quieten the mind, or try even in meditations to be an acceptance of the thoughts that are popping through, but just sit with them, allow them to shift through you rather than consume you. Six of Pentacles, please. Six of Pentacles again, so that's just confirmation from Spirit to say that you are going to be gifted, you are going to receive a blessing. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, my God. Okay, Cancer. If you're able to move on to that more peaceful frame of mind by remaining focused, you've got a beautiful gift coming your way. It seems very monetary in form, in the sense of something that is a resource that you can work with. You definitely are receiving some sort of money, some sort of, maybe even a little bit of property, some sort of material wealth. It doesn't feel like a major amount because it's not the Ten of Pentacles, but it is the Six, okay? And this is often a gift, an exchange for something that you've done from the past, karmically speaking. The Page of Pentacles is that news of that. And then the Knight of Pentacles is allowing yourself to kind of, okay, I've got this, how do I move forward methodically, carefully, so that I don't sort of spend it all at once, that I make the wisest decisions with this moving forward. It comes at a time when you most need it, because whereby you feel like you're going off on your own to a degree, like you're becoming independent of a situation or a person in your life. This is a thing that enables you to move forward with a bit more sense of security. Okay, so this is a blessing that's coming towards you that you're not aware of at the moment. Use it to your benefit. Nine of Swords, please. So the Nine of Swords is that kind of feeling a bit trapped again, caged in, shark-infested waters, like, oh my God. Everyone wants a piece of me, but I can't handle it, I can't manage it, like this is too much, this is just stressing me out. It's that sort of energy. Oh. Okay. So let us see. A lot of these cards want to jump out, but I'm cutting the deck, and Spirit knows that. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles, Empress, and the Page of Cups. So you have a lot of abundance coming towards you, but I feel like it's stressing you out because you're like, I'm not ready, I still need to grieve the loss of this ending. King of Pentacles, so this abundance that you are in reception of, that you don't see coming, is a thing that is actually going to create a long-term sense of security for you with that King of Pentacles. It could also be coming from the King of Pentacles. And what it allows you to do is to step into Venus, step into the Empress energy, the divine feminine energy of abundance, nurturing, creativity, catalyst energy that's creating more and more. It's number 3. It is something that's coming from the heart. So whoever's gifting you with this is moving from the heart. But I feel like you are now a little bit stressed out because you're like, well, how do I to be honest, Cancer, I feel like you got so much on your plate in your head that is quite difficult to kind of use that energy to your benefit. That's why they're saying focus is key for February. Okay, you do have the ability to take that pentacle, that Six of Pentacles, and plow it into the ground to grow something that is going to be very stable and secure for you for the future. These energies are supporting you. The only thing that's stepping in your way is this this mind chatter that's going on to do with this past energy. The beauty of this is that even though it's going to be a little bit of a slippery slope for you with the headspace throughout the month of February, you are going to be getting the clarity that you need, and then that enables you to actually heal the wounds, okay, to really come to terms with the emotional aspect of it. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. Actually, did I show you that? Let me show you again. just in case. 7 of Wands is now you standing in your power, okay, by the end of the month, because you've had enough. Ace of Swords is that clarity, seeing something from a whole new perspective. And the 5 of Cups is that sorrow from the past. It's like things are shifted now from the head space into the heart space, so you can grieve it and then allow yourself to move forward. 7 of Wands, please. We have the 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Page of Wands. Again, not only are you getting good news coming forward that's going to boost your spirits in terms of the physical funds that you may be receiving, but there's also something that has the ability to lift your spirits with the 4 of Cups, and also some good news, maybe even regarding work. So for some of you, if you have ended a job, or if a job has ended you, which it hasn't, it's just a way to kind of move forward, move upward and expand. But if there's some sort of loss that you've been taken care of in the month of February, you will by the end of the month be receiving good news with regards to a working or project or something that gets you quite excited again. Okay, it's good news. I do think that with the High Priestess, you're kind of picking up on it's like you reach the point by the end of the month, or the outcome for the month. You're reaching that point of like, well, I've got to protect what is mine. I need to stand in my power. And now, even though I feel like you've spent the whole month really kind of tossing and turning in the mental body about this ending that needed to take place, and now that you've kind of, I feel like you're just so tired of thinking about it. So you're like, no, I've made my decision. This is the logical decision. I'm standing in my power. This is mine, and that is yours. Okay? And as long as you can allow yourself to be truthful to yourself and truthful in the situation without it getting kind of ugly. But I do feel like intuitively there's some sort of information that might be coming through, because the High Priestess can talk about mysteries and secrets sometimes, and it feels like when this comes through, you start to see things in a much clearer fashion. And when that happens, you're able to sort of stand in your power a bit better, because beforehand when you're stressed you didn't have the opportunity to do it. Now by the end of the month you're so dog tired of this going over and over and over in your head that you're like, nope, let's find my focus. This is what it is. This is what's mine. This is how I'm moving forward. Okay? Ace of Swords. Let's see what's going on there. That will be the clarity. What clarity is Cancer getting in February 2023, please? The Hangman, the 3 of Cups, and the Hermit. Your nice energies, okay? The clarity you're receiving in your headspace is that no, something has got to shift, okay? I need to really change my perception about this situation. And in order for me to do that, I need to change my vibration, come together with loved ones to boost my spirits, feel more in a space of, it's like getting to that point of like, you know what, I need to go out and party. I need to go and just let my hair down and just shake it all off. And that is going to be the thing that kind of lifts your spirits enough to allow yourself the time and the energy to mull things over at a much deeper level. The Hangman, the Hermit are very similar energies. The Hangman kind of stops in its tracks and slows down and ensures that they need to look at the things from all angles rather than just the one way that they were looking at, the one perspective. The Hermit goes in its cave, so to speak, metaphorically, and does some soul searching, okay? Spends time to figure out what that is. And that's what you're figuring out. You're recognizing that you need to change your perception of things. You need to kind of cleanse the mind a bit, create some space, and look at it from different avenues. But in some ways, the only way to do that is by first raising your vibrations, having a bit of fun, basically, because you can't maintain the stress for too long, otherwise you'll get sick. So it's changing up your energy so that you can see the clarity, and the clarity is I need to sit with this in and try and see it from all avenues, try and gain wisdom from the experience. And I do feel you will be doing that because the cards have turned up. So when the cards turn up, it's not necessarily what you should be doing, but what you are actually doing. Okay? Five of Cups. Now this is kind of sorrow from the past. You see, the bird is not looking at the 2 eggs behind her that are still in gestation. That represents the future. The bird is still concerned about the 3 shells in front of her that that perished. Okay, so something that you were nurturing had did not come to fruition, and it's kind of caught up in that energy of basically processing that in the emotional body. It's a very sad sort of energy, but I feel like that's the thing that needs to happen. You need to grieve that loss so that you can turn around and look towards the future. 5 of Cups, please. Magician, Ace of Cups, yes, and the 9 of Wands, yes. So you are starting to, in that grieving process, what that is actually enabling you to do is, because you're making the decision to process something in the emotional body, you become the master manifester, okay? You become the magician of how can I bring more, a new beginning into my life and move away from this 9 of Wands. You see, the 9 of Wands is, because we've had it now twice, 9 of Wands is that heavy energy, that the tired energy. So I do feel like it's quite, it feels to me like quite, by the end of the month, as you're shifting the headspace into the heart space to grieve it, to purge, it feels like a lot of effort, okay, to believe in yourself, to believe in a new beginning, to believe in the future again. But I do feel like you are extremely empowered, particularly by the end of the month, of focusing, even if it's just one goal, even if it's just one new thing that you're doing. I believe that you are able to do it. I believe that it's coming into your life because you've sort of brought it in. Ace of Cups can be new love, but it can be anything that really gets you emotionally kind of uplifted. And this would then turn into like the 6 of Cups. If we take that Ace of Cups into the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups has a type of nostalgic energy, but also quite a childlike energy as well. Lifts you up again, okay? And even though it may feel a little bit heavy to do so, a bit knackering, it's certainly, there's a shift that has taken place for you, okay? So Cancer is quite a big month for you. Okay, we're going to get a card from Spirit for your highest good. What advice do you have for Cancer, please, for February? What advice do you have? Thank you. Oh, nice. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So the reason why this is taking so much of your energy this month, I can understand it slightly better now, is that this isn't just a small little thing. This is major. By coming into the understanding that something needs to shift, something needs to be cut out of your life, this toxicity, this ongoing like repeated anxiety and stress to do with this either situation or relationship in your life, this cutaway that you're doing, and a cutaway is actually when you're in a parachute. How does it work again? Sorry, it's been a while since I skydived. The cutaway. Say, for example, you're in a parachute and you're having a good old time, and then the parachute kind of falters, and you have to get out of that situation and use your reserve chute. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. It's like you do the cutaway, you pull the cutaway, that chute falls away and a new one opens. That is basically what's happening for you in February. But that space, that little space between the old chute falling away and the new shoot opening up is a very kind of scary space to be in, okay, because you're free falling, okay, without anything. In that tiny little moment which can be stretched into a long period of time because time doesn't exist, that moment is the thing that's causing anxiety, but you do have your reserve shoot. This whole energy is actually doing a lot of good for you in the grand scheme, in the bigger picture. What it does is it basically cuts the karmic contract that you have had with a situation or with a person in your life, because you've learned everything that you need to do. But the beautiful thing about this is, even though there's major transformation, I feel like you are in the driving seat of doing it. It's a very difficult thing to do. Sometimes we have to wait until until we've completed the full cycle up to the world, and then Spirit says, yes, okay, you've done it, blah, blah, blah. I see you kind of doing it, not prematurely, but taking charge of it, which is very, very empowering and extremely difficult to do. So anytime you're feeling bogged down and under this cloud of confusion, distraction of the mind, body going all over the place, bear in mind that what you're doing at a much deeper level is huge. It is huge, okay? It is impacting your life on so many levels. So you are actually ahead of the game, all right? So I'm going to leave it there for you, Cancer. I am going to move on to the extended reading now, and I'm going to be looking at this cutaway, this whatever thing that is coming to an end for you, and I'm going to get a message from Spirit for you for your highest good. Okay, so if you're interested in that, you can go to the description box below, click on the link of the extended, and the PayPal link is below that. It's £4 or $5 to purchase it. If not, for the rest of you, have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Well, not a wonderful month, but congratulate yourself, celebrate your efforts, because it is paying off. All right, okay, so lots of love, take care, bye.